Hey Gemini, welcome to Wisdom and Warnings Wednesday, where we tune into the lessons you need and the energies to watch out for. It's your midweek moment of clarity, and welcome back to the channel. I'm here to help you decode the signs and synchronicities moving through your life right now. As a Gemini ruled by Mercury, you're naturally tuned into messages, conversations, ideas, and shifts in tones. But sometimes, Gemini, the loudest wisdom is found in the quietest moment. And that's what we're tapping into today. All right? This is about honoring both your inner voice and your instincts because even though you're always moving and adapting, some truths are meant to be paused on, felt, and then followed. So take a breath, Gemini. In through the mind, out through the soul. In through the mind, out through the soul. In through the mind, out through the soul. Let's tap into your midweek message. Let's tune into the wisdom and the warning. What guidance is trying to reach you right now is sacred union. Okay? This is going to be a sacred union between you and spirit, between you and God, between you and the divine, between you and the universe, okay? That is what is trying to reach you at this time. So we need to be going in and connecting with spirit, with God, okay, with the universe. And it's going to look different for different people, okay? You might need to get grounded. Some people get grounded and try to go into a meditative state. Some people pray. Whatever it looks like for you, you're needing to connect with God, with spirit, okay? All right. What should you be cautious of right now? You should be cautious of being always available for others, okay? Always being the yes person. Always being the one for others to count on. The reliable one. So maybe we need to start picking and choosing who we are reliable with. Okay. No is a full sentence. Okay. Especially when we have things going on ourselves and we tend to take on the burdens and the weight of others. Okay. So we need to be cautious of that. Right now, we should be going in and working on ourselves, connecting with spirit, grounding ourselves, okay? Making space for spirit, for God, for the universe, divine, whatever you believe in. That's what we should be doing right now, okay? And it's going to be really hard to do that if we are attending to the needs of others instead of the needs of ourselves, okay? I think right now for you, Gemini, what's leaving is the anxiety around timing. To always be in control of the timing, to always want to know the timing, to be in the need of knowing when exactly something is going to take place or happen. Okay. I think that sense of needing to know, that sense of control, I feel like that is leaving your life right now. You are releasing control, you are surrendering, and you're trusting the time, and you're trusting the process, okay? And when we release and we let go, we notice that there's a shift in our circumstances, okay? We notice that there's a shift when we release and we follow divine guidance, okay? What's going to protect you this week is going to be your ability to feel your emotions, okay? Allowing those emotions to be exactly what they are, your emotions, okay? You've been getting this about feeling the feels, Gemini. So we want to make sure that we are allowing ourselves on our journey to be emotionally open and emotionally available. Okay? We want to make sure that we are open and available. Okay? We don't want to block any areas of our mind, our body, or our spirit. We don't want to block off any divine connection that can come in by blocking off and suppressing our emotions. Okay? Our emotions are like a tree. They're the roots. They create stability. They create growth. Okay? Emotions tie in with your energy. Okay? So let's make sure that we're embracing all of it. Every aspect of our emotional state, every aspect of our journey. Okay? Feeling the feels. All right? What else does Gemini need to know at this time, Spirit? Let's go into with the different deck. I'm being called to go in with a secondary deck. Okay? Exactly. We need to be connecting. We need to be connecting with God. We need to be connecting with the universe. Okay? This solitude, this moment or time for reflections is going to shape your resilience and your path. Okay? So we need to take time to connect. Okay? Take some time for ourselves. Okay? There's something coming in, and we need to be able to be open to receive. Okay? We have to be open and ready to receive. Okay? So clear the way, make space for God, for the universe, for spirit. Okay? Because something is coming in fast. Something is coming in fast. It's bringing in peace of mind, clarity. Okay? Spirit is highly urging you to connect. Okay? We're being highly encouraged to connect. Okay? There's something that's coming in that spirit needs our attention about, needs to be able to talk with us about, needs to be able to guide us through or to. All right. So we need to make sure that we are allowing ourselves that opportunity. We have to make sure that we're allowing ourselves that opportunity. Spirit, what else does Gemini need to know at this time? What else does Gemini need to know at this time? I have this card that's speaking, and it's speaking on connecting with divine. So this is major. This is something that we need to be doing right now. We need to be going within, okay? So we can be divinely guided, okay? So that we can be divinely guided. And this is also confirmation. This is also confirmation of the time card we had with the previous day. That sense of that energy I was sensing about releasing control over time, allowing ourselves to go with the flow, to follow our intuition, releasing the need to know the outcome, the time, the place, the when, the how, and just trust in the process. Okay? And when we release, we find that we have this balance, this unexplainable balance. Okay? This unexplainable peace, this unexplainable balance that comes with releasing. What else does Gemini need to know? And it restores. It gives a sense of hope. Okay? Gives a sense of hope. The road has not been easy. But when we release the need to know, the need to control, our hope gets restored. And it makes the journey a little less heavy, a little less worrisome. We begin to find the beauty, the peace, and the balance in things. Okay? Exactly. Those challenges along the way, they no longer seem like challenges, okay? We look at them from a different perspective. When we release, we have a shift in our mindset, okay? When adversities and obstacles come our way, we don't look at them as what they are. We look at them as opportunities. We look at them as doors for advancement. And that's what I'm getting with the Behind the Veil card. It says, welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay with not knowing. And I think this is where the collective is at. The collective of Geminis is at a point where they're okay with not knowing. They're releasing the need to know. And that's big for Gemini. That's very big for Gemini. Although we all are free-spirited and, our nature is to go with the flow, we tend to sometimes have that need to want to know. We want to know when, we want to know how, we want to know why. Okay? So it's very big for us right now to release that and just trust and not worry. That's very big. And actually, that's big for anyone. That is big for anyone. To be on a journey that they are uncomfortable with, unfamiliar with. You've never been here before. These emotions, they are emotions that you have never felt in this way before. And then you just release control. You release worry. You release doubt. You just release and you go with the flow. That's powerful, Gemini. That's very powerful. Spirit is urging us, we need to stay tapped in. Okay? And some of us are. Some of us are releasing that need, and we're going within. I think there's a group of us that are releasing because they are going within. And then there's another group whose spirit is letting you know, hey, I need you here with me. We need to be on the same page. I need you to understand what's going on in your life right now. I need you to understand a few things about this shift. I need you to understand a few things about this walk, about this journey. Okay? It says, tune into silence for truths that words cannot express. Listen deeply. And I think the majority of us are listening. We are going in. Okay? We're releasing that control. We're releasing that need to know. We're releasing that energy because we are tapped in with God. We are tapped in with spirit. We are tapped in with divine. And we sense it. At the beginning of the read, I had this feeling that came over me like I'm not worried about a thing. And I keep hearing the Bob Marley song, saying no worries about a thing. Oh, we don't have any worries because we are doing the work. We are going within. We are connected intuitively with spirit, with God, with divine, with the universe. Okay? So we know that we are protected from sun up to sundown, whether we're awake, whether we're asleep, whether we're in the house, out the house, on the porch, off the porch. We know that we are protected. This walk is protected. This journey is protected. This shift is protected. This beautiful ass transformation is protected. And it's given us a sense of security to where we can release and not worry. We're not worrying. I'm sorry, you guys. One of your cards. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Had to fight and get it. Yeah. We know that our spiritual team is all over this, all around us. We're not worried. In the beginning, we might have had, in the beginning, we probably lost our shit. We probably lost our damn minds. Damn near. But somewhere along the line, when we went in further with spirit, with God, with the universe, with the divine, we realized what was going on, what the stakes were, what's at play. And we began to get a sense of security. and we begin to release. We begin to let go. And we are almost there. It's almost that time. We release and the progress started speeding up. We're going to see unexpected opportunities, unexpected doors, unexpected abundance. It says one last move. You have come far on your journey. Keep going, and you will soon see what you have accomplished. Almost there. That rough road, that journey, that transformation that had us cooped up in hermit mode, it's almost over. It's almost over. And you know, Gemini, I kept thinking about today's topic, wisdom and warning Wednesday. I have been thinking about it all day. Okay, this is something new that I'm doing on YouTube, and I have been thinking about it all day. And every time I thought about this title today, I kept hearing in my head the Diana Ross song. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. And I kept thinking about it. So when I went into a store today and I was doing some shopping, I heard that same song playing. And the song had to have been playing when I walked in the store, but I was so into what I came in the store for that I didn't even notice. I'm just casually going in, just, in my own world, doing my own thing, not paying attention to no one in the store, just going in there, went straight to what I needed to do. And I think that's what a lot of the Geminis are doing right now. They are focusing on exactly what they need to, and they're not being so much bothered with anything else, but what they need to be bothered with. Okay? And that's when you're going to see things start coming out unexpectedly, because you've been doing your thing. You've been connecting, you've been healing, you've been doing what Gemini needs to do. Okay? And out of nowhere, in that store of me, I think I dropped something on the floor and I bent down to pick it up. And I noticed that I was singing the song. And I'm like, and it hit me. The song is playing in this store. And I think that's what's happening. We are at the end of the journey. We're getting ready to come out. Geminis are getting ready. This is not for all Geminis. This is for the ones that have been healing, the ones that have been doing the work, the ones that have been connecting intuitively. Whatever that looks like for you. This is for my Geminis who've been in hermit mode, this is for my Geminis who have been in hermit mode, who's been experiencing a shift. And I'm not talking about, this is a major shift. This has shaken your world, shaken the ground, shaken the energy, shaken the atmosphere. This was a big transformation for a lot of my Geminis. And we are at the end. We are at the end, and we're getting ready to come out and step into our ocean of possibilities, our oceans of boundless possibilities, unlimited abundance. plentiful, plentiful for all of our troubles, all that we've lost, all that we've endured, all of our sacrifices. We've been waking up each day giving thanks regardless of what we've been going through, regardless of what has come our way to test us, regardless of how we have been feeling about this journey, regardless of how uncomfortable we were, regardless of who turned their back on us, regardless of who showed the real them, regardless of who left us for dead, regardless if we had a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Each day we showed up and we gave thanks. And we celebrated each day the ability to wake up and be able to do it again. The capability of learning and growing. We celebrated our wins just as much as we celebrated our losses, because we knew within those losses there were lessons. Lessons that shaped us, shaped this journey, shaped this path. We coming out, Gemini. We coming out. Fuck with it. Fuck what you heard. We coming out. Things are getting better. It's crazy because I've been getting all these downloads. Like, and I honestly think that it is a lot of us that are getting these downloads. And then, like, when we see something else, another download or another synchronicity, we like, it give us the chills. Like, I know I ain't tripping. Like, I'm like very cultural. Like, I listen to all type of music, okay? I listen to all type of music. And it's crazy that this card has been coming out for Gemini, okay? There is a song by Boston Richie called Getting Better. And he's basically talking about his struggle, his grind from the struggle to the shine. How he was going through so much. He said hard times made us. He knew that things would get better. The name of his is by Boston Richie. It's called Getting Better. Okay. And so that's just another confirmation. Like, I keep getting confirmation after confirmation after confirmation that we're approaching the end. Geminis, we are approaching the end. We are getting ready to step into something. My God, we getting ready to step into something that's going to leave us in awe. We didn't know it was going to be this big. We didn't know it was going to be this good. We've never had it like this before. We've never had it like this before. We start to notice just a ease in the flow of all things. That balance. That balance. This is confirmation of the balance. Everything flowing together in harmony. It says grove of unity. Everything linked together, growing, glowing together with a balance. Okay? Are you ready, Gemini? Don't cry. I know you're going to cry because shit, I'm going to cry. I don't give a damn. I don't care how many downloads, messages. I don't care how many God give me, Spirit give me. I'm going to cry when it come in, because you have to know where you came from. Like, you have to know the story. You, like, come on. You have to come on, it's your story. All that you've been through, all that you've overcome. You went from this to this. How many people hated you and doubted you and spoke bad on you? And you kept trusting the process and trusting yourself, even when it didn't make no damn sense. Your back was up against the wall. You had to fight. Look, even when it didn't make no sense, you didn't know what. You got to a point where you didn't even know what to think anymore. But you still got up. You still thank God. You still celebrated every day. You knew it was a change coming. You just couldn't explain it. You knew it was a change coming and you embraced it. And you kept moving forward despite. You kept moving forward despite. You knew that something better was ahead. You embraced the change. It was uncomfortable as hell, but you still took it in. You grabbed the bull by the horns. Yeah. We are at the end, Geminis. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, like my heart just feels so excited. Like it feels so excited, and honestly, it makes me want to cry because it's like I feel the energy. There are Geminis who really had a rough road, who really had a rough journey, a rough path. The walk was not easy, but you kept going. You kept going. And you're to the end. All of your blessings are coming in. Everything that you are about to be rewarded. And this ain't no small. This is something big. Just like that shift, just like that path, that walk was big, it was hard. The blessings, the rewards are 10 times that. It's even bigger. You didn't expect this, Gemini. You didn't expect this. And that's the thing about it. You had no idea, you were clueless. But you kept pushing forward. You kept staying optimistic. You kept finding the light. And you trusted in the timing. You stood your ground. You stayed faithful. Even in times of being scared and afraid, you spoke life into yourself. You spoke courage into yourself. You faced all of your fears, all of your uncertainties. And your breakthrough is here. And it says on this card, navigate life's many twists and turns with elegance and resilience. And you did just that, Gemini. You did just that. And it's crazy because they probably already doing, they talking about you, they doing this, they doing that. But you went toe to toe with whatever this journey brought. And you handled it with grace. I'm hearing gracefully. You put a touch of elegance, a touch of resilience on your journey. And that's why they talk about you. That's why they mad at you. That's why they hate on you. They were put in the same position. They could have did exactly what you did, but they gave up. They gave up right at the beginning of the journey, and that's why they're still stuck at the beginning of their journey. They still stuck in them same ways with them same people in them same places. And want to sit and talk about their problems all day long and other people's problems. You know what you did with your problems? You transmuted them. You healed yourself. You turned things around, things that people thought could never be turned around. With the grace of God, with the grace of Spirit, your team was right there with you, protecting you all this time. And whether you knew that, and honestly, you might have not been that in tune in the beginning, but along the way, you begin to see. And you got confirmations. Then it began to sit and marinate, and you realize exactly what was going on. Geminis, we here. We are here. We are here. We are here. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. You did it. You have graduated. You are ready for what's next. And you are deserving of what's next. You are here. You are here. Felt like it was hidden. Felt like the access to it was hidden. But along your journey, you started to piece it all together and you figured it out. Now, guess what? Access granted. Access granted. It's not even going to be what you thought it was going to be. It's finna be bigger. You were patient. You were patient. You were patient. Even when it gave you anxiety, even when it ate you up, you were patient. And now, double for your trouble. Double for your trouble, Gemini. Double for your trouble. A card was trying to come out. I couldn't see what it was exactly. And I ended up dropping half of the deck. So let's see if it's willing to come out. But Gemini, baby, it's here. You're here. The end is here. Did you clean your house? We know you cleaned your heart. We know you made space in your heart, in your mind. Did you make space in your house for all that's getting ready to come? Are you prepared for what's getting ready to come? You're not, honestly, I think you're going to be so shocked. You're going to be so shocked at what comes in. You're going to be in doubt for the first 30 days. That's what I really feel like. It's still going to be a shock to you. It's going to feel almost like a blur. Like, it's going to be so shocking. So shocking. Look at it. See? It's going to be big. You seen that? You seen that? It's going to be big. This is going to be big. Spirit probably like, all right, now that's it. Don't say no more. This is going to be big, Gemini. Oh my gosh. What did you go through? What did you go through? You know what you need to do? You need to tell your story. That's what you need to do. You need to tell your story. Because your story is big. If your blessing is this big, I can't even imagine your story. I can't even imagine if your blessings and rewards are this big, then what is your story, Gemini? What is your story? Can you at least share your story? It might have an impact on somebody else who's just at the beginning of the journey. Or maybe halfway through it and feel like they're at their breaking point. Gemini. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be big. That deck blew up. Like, there's no way that deck should have did that. There's no way. There's no way. Absolutely no way. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put this deck down and I'm gonna see if we can get one more out of this deck right here. Gemini. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Gemini. What are you gonna do? I'll tell you one thing though, Gemini. Because I sense the energy. Whatever you went through on your path, on your journey, on your walk to get here, has prepared you for what you are getting ready to step into. All the haters, all the lying, listen, leaving you for dead, all of that. You're prepared for it. So in this next level, this next chapter, you're going to know how to maneuver. You're going to know how to handle people. It's not going to affect you as much as it did before. Okay? You're going to know how to detach. Man, you're going to be the detached king, detached queen. I'm telling you, because all the things you had to detach yourself from, all the sacrifices you had to make, it's not going to, this blessing that's coming in, you're so prepared, so equipped. The only way you fumble this blessing is if you give it away. Only way. That's the only way. You have been prepared for you have been, Spirit has been preparing you this whole time, through the whole walk of what's to come. What type of things you're going to be dealing with when it comes to unlimited abundance, when it comes to boundless opportunities. Spirit gave you a taste of what you would experience. Okay? So if you had to go through that with the people that's closest to you, hello. What else? You done been through everything. So now this next phase is going to be easier. Or should I say you've been through that so you can get through that. Okay? Gemini. Gemini, my baby. Gemini. It was challenging. Your spirit team is admiring you. You are highly respected. Because I guarantee you, out of everybody you was running with, who started to experience a shift, laid down and stayed there. And this might even be pertaining to people in your family. You might be the first one in the family to break a generational cycle. To break karmic cycles. To advance from karmic lessons. Your spirit team is proud of you. And you should be very proud of yourself too. And don't let nothing or nobody else make you feel anything other than. Baby, After all you went through, you better show up and show out. That's why I be telling Aquarius. But Gemini, you need to show up and show out. What's that? That's that Queen of Wands energy. You need to show up and show out. Because you done been through some things. You got a story to tell for the ages. You better show up and show out. Head held high. Chest out. In your walk. In your stride. In your tone. Every aspect of you. Okay? Every aspect of you. Congratulations, Gemini. Level complete.